So unfortunately, TikTok is. But the good news is, if you're still interested in like joining one of my panels or watching any debates that I might host, or maybe you're interested in following me on my journey to study Christianity and atheism and be able to steel man multiple worldviews and eventually decide what ideas that I want to adopt, as well as discuss things like science, philosophy, debate, and anything else like logical inference rules or logical fallacies. I'm not stopping my operations after TikTok gets banned from the United States. This video is going to be solely about like where I'm going social media wise after the TikTok ban. So first and foremost, if you want to see like what social medias I'm going to be using, there's a link in my bio and you just click on the Linktree link and that'll take you to like a list of all the social medias that I'm going to be using. At the top, you're going to see all these buttons that you can click, and then you're also going to see a couple links linked below. But yeah, there's buttons on the top that give access to all my social medias, and then there's these links below that you could also press on. So my main plan is to move to YouTube, and this is going to be my YouTube channel, and I'll also be multi-streaming to Twitch, and this is going to be my Twitch channel. And ultimately what I want to do on these two social media platforms is I kind of want to try and recreate the panels that I do here on TikTok. I'm going to be using a program called Streamlabs where I'll be able to go live on YouTube and multi-stream it to Twitch, and also be able to invite people on to discuss with me and recreate those lives that I have on TikTok. So both of those platforms can be found in the link tree in my bio, and another thing that I'm also going to be using is I also have a Discord server where I'm trying to get everybody together that follows me on TikTok on that Discord server so we can keep the community together and sort of keep up with each other's whereabouts. This is the Discord server right here, and that Discord server is going to be in the link tree in my bio, and so far we already have over 50 members in this Discord, and it's gonna be really fun. We're gonna maybe host some debates, have some discussions there. I will try to post like a daily topic that everybody can like talk about, and I suggest if you want like a friendly community of like Christians, atheists, and people trying to like grow and like learn, that would be something that you could probably be a part of. Now, I'm also aware that TikTok has another app called Lemonade. Some people are saying that that's going to become the new TikTok, and eventually they're going to add the TikTok features to that app. But right now it's kind of just like Instagram. I do have an account there. So if this app does end up becoming like the new TikTok, I could host lives there and continue my work there. But for now, you can follow me there. I do have an account on Lemonade, and that's also going to be in my link tree. And for the people who are like a fan of Twitter, but like aren't really a fan of its founder, people who used to have a Twitter and recently deleted your Twitter, and again, you're not a fan of the founder, there is this other app called BlueSky, and I'm on there too. And essentially what I've heard is that BlueSky was made by the people that were fired from Twitter after said person bought Twitter. I can't really say his name or speak illy of him on TikTok. It's the reason I've gotten in trouble in the past, but you can check me out on BlueSky. I do have an account there, so feel free to follow that. And let's say that Lemonade doesn't work and doesn't end up being the next TikTok. I am looking into other apps, trying to see like what apps can replace TikTok. I have looked into apps like Clapper, but I don't really like Clapper, and the features are not really as good. Also, like the user engagement or like people hopping into your lives is not really good, and it doesn't really push your lives, so I'm not really interested in that. But I am interested in Favorited, and Favorited actually could be the closest thing to TikTok, so feel free to follow me on Favorited. I did make an account there, and I'll be checking that out. And after the TikTok ban, I'm gonna maybe host a couple lives there and see what that's about. Now, there is one app that I am waiting for, because I think like this app is gonna be the thing that replaces TikTok and probably the best option out of all the options out there. And that app's gonna be Neptune. I really like what Neptune is producing. Basically, it's these developers that are based in America that are trying to recreate TikTok and make an app. If you look up Neptune on TikTok, they have a TikTok profile, they have an Instagram, I would say follow them and even join their Discord, and they, have a friendly community, and you can reserve a username early and even sign up to maybe be one of the beta testers for the app whenever they release it. So I'll be waiting for that app, and I've already reserved my username and I've already registered to be a beta tester for it. I think that our best bet for replacing TikTok is going to be Favorited and Neptune. There is RedNote. I've heard about that. It's a app that's based in China, and a lot of people are going towards that app, but I don't really know how to speak Mandarin. But I might learn Mandarin and I might download that app, but I'm kind of just sticking with the previous apps that I mentioned for right now. But yeah, that's really it. Sorry for the long video, and I appreciate if you watched all the way through. And that's really all I've got. I'll keep you guys updated if there's any changes or any other apps that I end up adopting, but these are my plans for after the TikTok social media ban in the United States of America. It's unfortunate, but despite our best efforts trying to vote in good politicians, despite even Donald Trump trying to save TikTok, our Congress members are more, collectively agreed upon banning TikTok and adhering to Facebook, which lobbied to get TikTok banned, rather than, coming together to enact things like, universal health care or increase minimum wage or, trying to make citizens' lives better. They're more interested in trying to ban an app. So it's unfortunate that our government is, serving the rich and serving the bourgeoisie and not really serving the people, the middle class and the lower class. But regardless, we're going to make it through. We're going to figure it out. I have faith in all of you guys to figure it out and deal with this unfortunate situation. I will too.